Hi, here's a short video on how to take sketch and feature dimensions and transfer those over to be MBD dimensions. In order to do this, you want to first make sure you have the tabs MBD Dimensions or MBD showing on your command manager bar. If you don't, right-click on an existing tab, go to Tabs, make sure you check either MBD Dimensions, MBD, or both. Next thing we want to do is we want to make sure our feature tree shows the annotations. If it's not shown, you want to go to the gear for options, click on the gear, go to System Options, go down about halfway and you'll see it says Feature Manager. Click on Feature Manager, go to where it says Annotations, change Hide to Show, click OK. On the left side of the screen, you'll now see Annotations. Right-click on Annotations, check the box that says Show Feature Dimensions. What that will do is that will now display on your screen all your existing feature dimensions as well as your sketch dimensions. In this case, I have Boss Extrude 1, Sketch 1 has several of these dimensions that I might want to import in as MBD dimensions. To do that, let's click on the Dim Expert Manager on the left side. We then will click on the button for Insert Dimensions. We will then place in the Features light blue box Boss Extrude 1 by clicking on it in the feature tree. And we will then select the dimensions that we want to transfer over as MBD dimensions. Let's do the 2.5, the 1.0, maybe this 1.0, and maybe this 3. So we have those 4 dimensions. We now click the OK button, and we can now see those dimensions. Let's rotate to the front view, and we can see that those dimensions have a corresponding MBD dimension as well. You see them on my screen. Okay. And if we go and rotate around to the top view, we'll see that 3. At this point, we want to go back to our feature tree, right-click on Annotations and uncheck Show Feature Dimensions. So we just have our MBD dimensions being displayed on our screen. Now let's learn how to use Show Tolerance Status so that we can see what dimensions we might still need to add as MBD dimensions to fully define our part. In this case, we can see there's a bunch of fillets that haven't been defined. So let's go back to our MBD tab with the Dimension Expert. Click on a size dimension. Click on one of these fillets. Drag it out. Now we can go and say OK. Click on Show Tolerance Status. We see now we have most of the part either yellow or green. Green means fully defined. Yellow means there's probably a dimension missing. So for example, this face doesn't have a height dimension with it with respect to this one. So let's go ahead and add that in. We'll do a location dimension. So we'll click on that. Click on that. We can now see that dimension of 3/4 of an inch. Click OK. Show Tolerance Status. It's now all green. Let's dimension the distance from this face to the other side of this part. That would be another location dimension. Do that. Let's try doing Select Other. Drag that up. Put that dimension down. Say OK. Check Shows Tolerance Status, and we have that green. Okay. We could keep going. Let's do one more. We'll do the chamfer that you see. That would be a size dimension. Click on the chamfer, drag it out, place it where we want it. Click and say OK. Check our status. Mostly green. There's still a couple more to do, but I think you get the idea. At this point, let's do one last thing. Let's create some 3D views. So if you have MBD, select it. You'll see you have you have 3D views at the bottom of the page. Click on that tab right above the status bar, and you'll see there's a button that says Capture 3D View. In this case, I have the isometric view, and maybe I like the way the dimensions are. Let's just position these a little bit better so there's no overlaps between them. Maybe I want to show this status, or I can uncheck that. Let's uncheck it. And let's move this one out to there. Move this up to there. Okay. Now, Capture 3D View. I now have that view. I can now go to the front view. Zoom out a little. Again, place my dimensions appropriately. And click Capture View. I can rename these views if I want, so if I wanted this to say front view, and I could rename that one to be isometric, and I could continue defining my views. I could go to a top view, etc. So I hope you found this video interesting. That's all for now.